beats him because she's mad at his father. He wonders why people in his neighborhood are killed every day over control of the area and the feeling of it being their territory. He wonders why people at school treat him as an outcast because he thinks people should talk out their problems, but instead they resort to violence and chaos. He dreams of a world with peace, but he does not know what peace is. People today have misconstrued the idea of peace. We as children are brought up in this unmerciful world, learning horrible ways of life, and it's only going to get worse when we are adults, and the next generations are learning from us. We need to make a change now, but before we do that, we must learn how to be peaceful. Peace is found by being at peace with oneself, being respectful of other people's beliefs, and the absence of greed and the need for power. But how do you find peace within yourself? In our society today, it is unpopular to voice your deepest pains. People let these pains bottle up inside, festering, slowly eating away at their souls. Then they deal with this by taking out their pain on others. I had a friend whose father would beat him frequently for no apparent reason. Sometimes he would just come home angry and begin punching him and telling him that he was worthless. As it turns out, my friend's father had been beaten by his own father. It's a vicious cycle that happens way too often these days. My friend's father never let go of his own pain and took it out on his son. Unless my friend learns how to deal with this and forgive his father, he is likely to beat his own children when he has them. Which brings me to my next point. Part of being peaceful is forgiving those who have pained you. Forgiveness is not about saying you are okay with what they did. It is about letting go of what they did and not letting it run your life. It's about saying it's not okay, but you understand that they did what they did because they cannot deal with their own pains. But you are not going to carry their burden around with you in your own life. The next step into peacefulness is the acceptance of people who look different, think different, and sound different than you. A lot of fighting in the world today is centralized about one group thinking one way, another group thinking the other way, and war starting when they try to force their opinion on the other groups. Sunnis and Shiites fought a civil war for years and continue to fight to this day for power for their respective sects in Iraq, rather than accepting each other's differing opinions and cooperating in a peaceful way. Peace is not a world free of conflict. It is a way of dealing with conflict, with cooperation in the community. Peace is not the unity of all people coming to the same conclusion. It's about respecting different conclusions and working together as one. Jimi Hendrix once said, "When the power of love overcomes the love of power, then we will be peaceful." It seems to me that a majority of people who strive to be powerful often feel very small and insignificant inside. As they gain more power, they still cannot fill the void of emptiness from within. This is because they miss the concept of inner healing and instead try to heal themselves outwardly. Another vicious cycle that never works, because no matter how much you have on the outside, it has no effect on the burdens you carry inwardly. Once you have discovered your inner peace, there is no longer a need for power unless it's for the greater good of people. I believe the most powerful thing in this world is the unity of many people from all different walks of life standing together as one. So that is how I view peace. I think peace is a nice concept. Unfortunately, I don't have much hope for peace in this world because the world we live in today is going backwards. Instead of learning from our past mistakes of constant war, we're killing at a faster rate. It's only going to get worse as the next generations learn from us and continue to spiral downward. But maybe just maybe, one voice somewhere will be heard loud enough to start changing one group. And that one group will be loud enough to change one community. And that community will be loud enough to change one country. Maybe that country will change the world. It only takes one person to start the change, but it takes the whole world to finish changing.